Welcome back to Mitchell, Ontario and the ISC Canada East qualifying tournament. Winter bracket semi-final here as Hay United takes on the Niagara Stompers. Kyle Smith, Blair Setford here with you on the ISC Network and Softball Premier TV. Blair, full day and down to the last ball game here in Mitchell.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be one of the games of the day. It certainly has the potential to be. A couple of really great teams out here, some really good pitching too. And I think Daniel Chapman is set to make his mark here. We just got a report that he was throwing very well in Japan the last few weeks, so he comes in fresh and ready to go. Wemo Mata and Martin Gonzalez for the Stompers. Be interesting to see what they've got in the tank.
So talking with Brad Thompson prior to the game, he said it's Gonzalez's game to start with Mata throwing earlier today. So Gonzalez gets the start tonight for the Stompers as Chapman offers the first pitch into the dirt. And that one skips away from Bruno Matroni, the catcher.
Teo Migliavaca had a home run this morning in their game against the Kingston Axemen. Stompers basically ran away with that one. Axemen knew that they were outclassed. Their goal was to try and go 7. Didn't happen for them. The top of the order did all the damage for the Stompers. Teo Migliavaca, home run on base 3 times, scored a couple of runs.
That one misses. Chapman with a little smile. Turned a bunt there, did Migliavaca. All the big boys are here this weekend for the ISC Canada East teams as that one cuts across for a strike right at the knees. Little bend to that one, right to left back across the plate.
Yeah, these are real representative lineups. There's a couple of guys here and there. Marshall Cronk's not here for the Stompers. Michael Holla-Braddock for the Chiefs. But other than that, these are the lineups.
Everybody available to have one exception on their roster. Looks as though they would be those two.
Well, Kronk was in Japan last week and apparently had to go home for something in Australia. He'll be here next week at the Chiefs Challenge from everything that I'm being told. Zera didn't play this morning, but I'm told he's here.
He's in the lineup tonight.
See. Well, there you go. So Juan Cruz Zera will be part of it. Blaine Milham had a bang-up game today, too. Another home run this morning. He just looks on the verge of breaking out to be in that conversation.
First pitch swinging is Milheim, just on cue there. Blair Setford saying how good he's playing and right on time.
Well, you start to think about who are the best ball players in the world right now. And I'm not saying he is the best ball player, but I'm saying you're going to have to start putting him in that conversation.
For sure, talking with a couple people. There's some young guys starting to really make a name into that conversation. We saw one earlier in Quentin Bruce. As that pitch catches an edge for a called strike. He'd be one of those guys again, like you said. You have to start putting him in that conversation. Not that he's up there, but, man, you put his 16 months together, and there's not many better.
No, we gave out the Canada East Player of the Year award to Quentin Bruce this morning, and we talked about the unprecedented season that he had last year.
That one punched over a leaping Nick Shales. Migliavaca gets the wave around. Up to third goes Milheim. Into second will scamper Cam Schiller. So RBI for Schiller gives the game's first run.
So Kyle, this is exactly the conversation I was having with Shane Boland before the game started. I said the top 3 here are all world, and if you can't contain them, you're going to be in trouble against this Stompers team. And Wemo Mata, who didn't hit this morning, gets to swing away in the 4 spot.
Day off on the mound gets you in the batting order in the 4 hole, right? But you talked about it in that earlier game against Kingston. It was top of the order that did the damage, and they've set the table for sure here as Mata takes it across the letters for called strike. Pitarona standing in the on-deck circle from New Zealand. True international roster for the Stompers. As that ball misses, you've got U.S., Canada, New Zealand, Argentina, Mexico. Just about everyone a who's who of
Yeah,
men's softball these last couple years.
just missing Venezuela.
And that one across for called strike. Mata nods in agreement.
Well, and same thing for Hill United. I mean, you go around the infield here for Hill United. You've got Nick Shales from Australia, Shane Boland from Canada, Tony Gonzalez from Mexico, Piplo Lopez, Mexico, Kiwi on the mound, Aussie behind the plate.
RG behind the
RG
plate.
behind the plate. Sorry, I was thinking
That ball
McGovern
lifted
catching.
foul.
Yeah.
But then you factor in Holobratic not here. He's from the Czechia.
No, it's an international game, and these two teams are certainly emblematic of that.
And then you look at our last game with Batman and Bear Creek, you could say the opposite of that, right? You look at the Batman, a truly Ontario squad, Bear Creek staying Canadian, have one Mexican player, but primarily a Canadian team there, right? So you look at the different constructs of teams as they put those rosters together.
Yeah, two different philosophies. Hard to say who's right, who's not. The Gremlins certainly in that international mold as well.
That ball misses. You hear the pop of the glove from Daniel Chapman, and if he's not 100%, he sure is close, Blair. Looks very free-flowing on the mound. No real restrictions in his movement.
Yeah, I talked to Daniel earlier this morning prior to their game at 11.
Goes chasing the rise ball down on strikes. Mata for the first out of the ball game.
And he said he was just about there, just about at 100%. Not fully, but just about, he said.
And as I said to you, the interesting question would be is, you look back to November, December at the Men's World Cup, what was his percentage there? Because, I mean, he got the yeoman's work in that ball tournament.
And threw very well for New Zealand, too.
As that one misses for a ball in the dirt. Pitarona at the plate. Big boy. Probably stands 6'5" at the plate at least. Big, strong Pitarona. Off speed. Falls it in for a strike, facing his countrymate from New Zealand.
Yeah, you wonder how many at-bats these two have had against each other over the years. Roughly the same age. I think Pitt is maybe a couple years older.
Chapman punches to the corner, and you can see Pitt a little grimace there, thinking that one was his offering to take.
I ran into Pitta yesterday at the hotel, checking in yesterday afternoon. I almost got a crick on my neck looking up just to talk to him. I want to go find a box, stand on it.
Going to the outside, that misses for a ball. Really mixing pitches here is Daniel Chapman, locations too. Nothing coming in the same spot. One run across here for the Stompers. Two runners on, second and third, a chance here to do some more damage. Rona, swing and miss, skips away, so Matroni checks the runner and down to first. He'll get Rona. Great heads-up play there by Matroni.
Well, you would expect nothing less from Bruno. I did talk to Bruno as well this morning, and he is fully over that groin injury that plagued him through the World Cup back in November, December.
So Blake Underwood now comes to the plate. Here's another youngster coming up through. And that one cuts across for a strike.
He had a good game this morning, hit the ball hard, knocked one out of the yard.
Daniel now comes set. In on the hands, that gets lifted up foul. Weird seeing a 97 on the back of Daniel Chapman. Used to seeing that 10 of the hard right-hander. As that ball goes outside, and Little pat of the chest from Chapman to say his cross up. Daniel with the set at the belt. Straight up. That one's going to find its way out of play. He'll send. Oh.
Somebody walk right into that. Ouch. Hopefully everybody's okay over there. Trevor Topping behind the dish. Mike Nalisnik is our first base umpire for this one. Dylan Cunningham's wife. I just saw Dylan come out of the dugout.
Skips in the dirt. Matroni came out fast behind the plate. Sends Milheim back in a head-first slide.
He looked like somebody is showing him a ghost. Scurried back is an apt description there.
Chapman with it. A little off-speed pitch maybe got away from him there as it goes high out of the zone.
Well, you know, I'm still not 100% convinced that Daniel Chapman is fully in tune with his pitching motion. I remember when Daniel came up 5-6 years ago, for the first couple of years, he threw like Jeremy Manley did, where he was push and mostly drag, and now he is pure hop.
And a swing and a miss on the drop ball. Down goes Underwood. So 1 run in, first 3 on, like Blair said, the damaged trio. And a run across. 1-0 after the top half of the inning. We'll come back with more from Mitchell.
Dreamcatcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Step back in here to Ketterson Park in Mitchell, site of the 2023 ISC Canada East qualifying tournament. Blair, I would imagine a number of teams will get a berth into the World Tournament down in Denmark.
Well, that's the goal, right, is to get representation from the region. We're certainly well represented at the top of the rankings, 2, 3, 4 behind the Gremlins. You've got the Stompers, you got Bear Creek Express, Hill United Chiefs are 2, 3, 4 in the rankings. Batman didn't make it only because they didn't get their roster in on time. They acknowledge that, and they'll be in future rankings.
I would think they'd find their way into the top 10.
But I got to think that they will be... Yeah, maybe even top 8. I mean,
yeah.
They've got pitching depth. They've got bats, good fielders. So they'll be there. And then, who else comes out? Elmira Expos, Waterdown Hammer certainly will think you got to be there. And, hopefully we'll get a good crowd and good representation. And we're looking forward to, another good turnout by the Canada East teams at the World Tournament.
I guess the other thing is the Batmen already actually have a berth in hand from the northern qualifier up in Wyerton.
Yeah, they do. They're here to try to horn in on the travel money that's available and the paid berth that's available to the winner at the tournament.
Up ball, first pitch gets lifted up and out to left field. Under it for the grab was Blake Underwood.
So this is a different looking lineup for Hill United. Bradley Yezico hitting lead off. Shane Boland, Nick Shale. So those two are flipped from previous years.
But, when we talk about the Batmen, you look at the lineup of teams here, and this is where you want to be if you're playing in Canada East. You can't get any much better with 2, 3, 4 teams in the rankings. That one cuts across for a strike, so a good measuring stick early in the season.
It is, and this is why Hill United is in this tournament. People have asked me several times, what are they doing here? What are the Stompers doing here? Well, they're here, 1, because they have to qualify, 2, because this tournament continues to get better and better, and then the good teams want to be here to play in it, and it is, as you just said, an early measuring stick.
That one misses for a ball.
Hill United played in their own tournament as their leadoff event last year, and they actually weren't very happy with the way that they played, and they wanted to be better, and this is the opportunity to do it.
That tournament falls in suit next weekend down in Simcoe as Shane Boland lifts that up and out of play.
And if you're enjoying the coverage here on Softball Premier TV, you'll be able to enjoy it next weekend as well. It was Luciano, myself, Joe Todd. Kyle, I'm not sure if you're coming down, but we are going to all be there, and it'll be a good time had by all. Jack Besgrove with the New York Gremlins. He'll be on hand, double world champion. He's had a pretty good start to his career.
Yeah.
He's 19. He's already got 2 worlds under his belt.
Not too shabby, right?
No.
And dominant in both, as that one misses down and away.
But as Jason Hill said on Dust Up, buckle up, Jack, because it's the ISC season, and now everybody's going to see you every weekend. So.
Yeah. Well, we saw that, you go back a couple years, 2015 with Ramon Jones and Eric Urbaneja, coming over with Venezuela to the Worlds, and no one really seen them before. But then all of a sudden, they started playing the ISC circuit, and
see them every weekend, and all the secrets go away.
But, this is where you want to play, right, in the summertime. Get on the tournament circuit and show your medal, right?
Yep. Yep.
Pitcher-laden New York Gremlins when you look at the lineup, just like a few of the teams here this weekend. Swing and a miss by Boland. Down on the off-speed pitch from Martin Gonzalez, and
that's a little bit
here.
New wrinkle for Martinez. Doesn't throw a lot of change-ups.
But man, when it's that good and actually kind of tailing away from those right-handed hitters, it's one, if you can throw it in any count, really balances out the ledger for a pitcher. And all-world Nick Shales now comes to the plate.
How about the World Cup that he had in helping to lead Australia to their second championship in the last 15 years?
He just gets better as these years have gone on, and it's the work and all the scout work that he does and prep work, but he doesn't miss a step in the field either. Called for a strike. He has a little look back towards the home plate umpire.
I noticed that they flipped he and Shane for this game at least. Anyway, I got to think that will reverse itself at some point where Nick will find himself over at shortstop and Shane will be at third. That's been the combo for them the last couple of years. It's worked well.
Gonzalez. And that one in the dirt for a ball.
Shane maybe with a bit of an advantage. He's been playing in the St. John's League for the last 3 weeks. Nick, this would be Nick's first event of the year. Doubtless countless hours of practice, though.
Yeah. He's probably just happy to not see the pitching machine anymore.
Yes.
And called a strike to the corner. Shales again disagrees, but same as the first one, called for strike 2. So he'll take a minute to clear the thought. He's having a little bit of a conversation as this at-bat's gone on, a little dialogue with the home plate umpire, Trevor Topping. Swing and a miss. That rise goes up and out, and down and goes strikes for Shales. So up and down they go to Hill United to the top half of the second. Coming up next, 1-0 Stompers lead here in Mitchell.
Welcome to Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com. Live it on Softball Premier.
So away we go to the top half of the second inning. It's Reese Evans to lead things off. Off speed pitch there from Chapman, and noting, Blair, that Nick Shales actually playing a little bit more off the line towards shortstop here on the defensive set.
Well, these two would know each other very well. Evans and Chapman, they play in the Ramblers Club back in Auckland down in the New Zealand season.
Daniel, good hard snap to the drop there from Daniel Chapman for a strike. Just nicely getting underway here in the day's finale ball game. Inside corner, called strike three. Down on strikes goes Reese Evans.
I'm not convinced Daniel Chapman is real comfortable with the mound out there, and he's flexing the shoulders and the lats, and he's looking back at the dirt. Just watch his body language, Kyle, in the next couple of pitches. It's after the pitch. Not sure he's 100% comfortable.
There's a little stretch of the back. Juan Cruzera at the plate. He takes the high rise for a ball. Yeah, a little look down there, and
he's tweaking the back, so I don't know if something's
well,
tight
you said
in there.
Not 100%, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, you watch him come off the mound, that leap that we see, and that one gently lifted out right field. Under it for the grab for the first out. Alan Paquer in right field. So the first out the defense has made here for the Chiefs. And Brock Atwell now comes to the plate.
So Brock did not play this morning. Had himself a whale of a U23 World Cup down in Paraná. I talked to Brock yesterday quite a bit. He's just happy to be back at a ballpark again, and couldn't wait to get going with the Stompers.
And right across for called strike. He was with the Stompers last year. This hybrid team merging together with the Hallman Twins of last season.
So what we didn't know as you and I worked that tournament was Brock pulled a groin in the very first game and played the rest of the tournament with a pulled groin. And to put on that performance, pretty impressive.
That's very impressive because he showed no signs of injury through the week, even no limp or anything. Check the swing. He did go.
And like I said, just happy to be here back in the ball field, back in North America for the ISC tournament season. Said to me last night, hey man, anything I can do to help, let me know.
Oh, very kind, right? Good to have good people involved. As Chapman with it. Swing and a miss. Good drop there from Daniel Chapman. Lots of depth and neat and tidy inning there for the Hay United Chiefs. Up and down they go. Sends us to the bottom half of the second. Coming up next. Back to work here, and Gonzalez opens with strike one. Bruno Matroni will lead things off here for Hill United. And he lifts that up out of play. Left side foul. Gonzalez, rise ball misses.
Well, we talked about the Kiwi connection, but here's the Argentina connection. How often do you think Bruno and Martin play against each other in Paraná?
I would hazard a guess thousands of at-bats, and factor in Juan Cruzaro behind the plate too.
Yeah. Yeah, no secrets here.
Rounding out day number 2 here at the qualifier. Of course, the Legends and U20 divisions have been taking place as well. As Bruno sends that one out to left center for a neatly stung single. 6-4, Oswego leads the Kingston Axemen in the bottom of the 5th inning over on the C Diamond, I believe it's labeled. Diamond 2.
I think that's D, because apparently they went by the date in which they were constructed, and that's the most recent one, so it's D.
Oh, okay.
I learned that today.
That one misses outside. I guess that makes sense. A, B, C was up. 4 diamond complex. Not your traditional layout, as Blair just said, kind of built them as they could and as needed. But, man, they have spent some money on some really nice buildings right in this immediate area. The pavilion here at Ketterson Park, but also the fire department and the township building right next door. That's fine. See what we do here, and Gonzalez sings that one to center. Migliavaca, little leaping grab out to corral that one, but back-to-back hard-hit balls now, Blair, that go right back towards the middle.
But you know what? Teo Migliavaca, I don't know, Kyle, if there's more than 3 or 4 guys who just make that play that he did. He had to go back in a hurry and then got that.
I think Bruno maybe thought that was
It was
over
going to
top
get in.
because he was halfway to second. I think maybe he thought that might drift on him.
Well, it was tailing away from Teo, too, so just to add to the difficulty level.
Now Josh McGovern comes to the plate. He takes for a ball. Good to see Josh back on the ISC circuit.
Yeah, I said to Josh when I saw him this morning, I talked to a bunch of the Hill guys this morning, obviously, and I said, did you spend your birthday on the plane in the air or what? He said, no, it was the day before.
That rise ball misses.
Talked to Adam Folkert. He said they got in Tuesday or Wednesday. He said he's already played 36 holes of golf.
Setting the bar low. Skips into the dirt. Nice block there by Zara to keep Matroni at bay at first base. Adam threw a whale of a game earlier today. Threw a
perfect.
5-hit perfect game.
Yeah,
or
5
inning,
perfect
excuse
game.
me.
Yeah, 13 strikeouts.
strikeouts. He was dealing, I think it's safe to say. That one cuts across for
I
a
literally
strike.
did not get to see an inning of that. I was actually up here doing the Stompers game, but I'm told he was just picking apart corners and had his way.
That would be good to see after Adam's last couple seasons have been a little bit injury plagued. Would like to see a healthy Adam Folkert because it's better for the game that way. As that one, that high rise to the corner for a strike. McGovern, kind of the same response as Nick Shale's head. And the dangerous Alan Picard in the on-deck circle. Laced into left field. That ball's going to get to the fence. Matroni around second, getting the wave around at third. Relay throw. Schiller to the plate, not in time. On a barrel roll slide by Matroni. And a tie ball game here as the Chiefs push across a run.
So we just learned a couple of things. Bruno Matroni certainly not suffering any ill effects whatsoever from that pulled groin back in the World Cup as he came all the way around from first to score. Second, Kyle, that's now 3 real hard hit balls off of Martin Gonzalez.
And I would say, Blair, they're elevated in the zone as well. They're not down in the zone. They're getting up, and the guys are getting up to it and through it.
Well, he's always been a rise ball pitcher, so no surprise there.
But even more so, not that lift. It's a little bit drift.
It's not jumping.
Yeah. That one cuts in for a call to strike.
Well, last we saw Alan Pecker, it was the bronze medal game versus Mexico, and he never made it out of the first inning. They got into a brawl, and Alan right in the thick of it, and got to watch the rest of it from the sidelines.
He was in the thick of it in an earlier game that week, too, so. And that one punched past it, diving Atwell. Coming around is McGovern. The plate! Got him! On a tag on top of the head. What a throw by
Milheim.
Blaine Milheim. Cut down the run at the plate.
One of the biggest things there, Kyle, on that throw, too, it was in the air the whole way. Zara didn't have to play a bounce, which can go anywhere.
And you could see Zara positioning himself to receive that and drop the tag down all in one motion. So some defensive plays. The outfielders getting a chance to air their arms out.
Well, Blake Underwood threw a seed into Schiller on the previous one, too, who also threw a strike to the plate. It was just too late to get Bruno. But they made that closer than it had any right to be.
An outside corner for a strike as Pipolo Lopez now.
You got to be careful of this guy. You leave anything out over the plate, he will hit that truck that's parked about 1.5 miles away.
As our good friend Joe Todd says, upper body strength, but it's not just the upper body, it's the lower body as well with Pipolo Lopez as he swings and misses on that little off-speed pitch.
Yeah, he's got a real long swing, but when he gets it, it goes.
One-two pitch, cuts inside for ball 2.
And a real power hitter's grip, too. As a left-handed batter, his right hand is bottom hand. The bottom 2 fingers, one's on the knob, and the bottom one's actually below the knob.
Misses for a ball. Scott Patterson stands in the on-deck circle. One of the new additions to this Hill United team after a very solid World Cup. And a little slow roller. Atwell over to it and on to first. Neat and tidy, but a run gets pushed across on 2 base hits. And leave a runner at second. Tie ball game 1-1 here from Mitchell.
Patterson is the Aussie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say they gave him Todd Hunter's jersey, 99.
Can you mute us, Luciano? Thanks. Are we muted?
Dream catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Daniel Chapman back on the mound for Hill United. Now in a 1-1 ball game, opens with the 1 down and away. Shane playing a little shaded to the middle, and Shales goes with him that way. It's Migliavaca who comes to the plate here for the Stompers. Quickly ahead 2-0. Chapman works. That one skips into the dirt for ball 3. .3-0 count here, so Migliavaca chance to get one. Rise ball misses for ball 4. Leadoff walk here for Teo brings Blaine Milheim to the plate. Blaine a single and up to second on the throw. In the dirt for ball 1. Milheim part of that group that came over from the Hill United Twins. Twins ceasing operations after last season. Swing and a miss. Trying to get to that rise ball. Blaine comes up empty. Chapman punched on the right side. That's going to tail and hook and get away from Paquer. Migliavaca, he'll stand easy to home. Sliding in at third. Hand stays on the bag. And another triple here for Blaine Milheim. RBI base knock. Didn't miss that ball, just tailed on Paquer out in right field. And it scooted past. They had the appeal over to the plate umpire on that. Safe over at third. So runner in scoring position now. Cam Schiller at the plate. He had an RBI base knock. Takes for a ball. Blair mentioned it in the first inning. This top of the three in the order for the Stompers did the damage this morning, and they've done just that again. Off speed, misses for a ball. Little hole between Gonzalez and Lopez. Rise ball misses, little pitch out there. Nothing on. So Chapman now sets in the dirt. Ball 4 to Schiller. And Jaime Omada now comes to the plate. So first and third now. Draws that conversation. And Bruno has a word for Waymuel as he stands at the plate. Chance here for the Stompers to extend this lead. 2-1 up in front. Inside misses for ball 1. Daniel works. Swing and a miss. Comes up empty. Schiller at first, Milheim at third, and Mata standing at the plate here for the Stompers. Swing and a miss. Drop ball. Empty for Mata. Little flare, that'll fall in for a base hit. Schiller, he's going to get up to second, and he'll stay put, as coming in was Paquer to pick that up. But a little Texas Leaguer flare for Mata drives in another run. Makes it 3-1 here for the Stompers, and now Pittarona comes to the plate. Swing and a miss for Pittarona. Blake Underwood in the on-deck circle. Still no one down here in the inning. Rona punches that through the hole. Paquer He's going to come up throwing right on the money, and Schiller will get the stop sign at third. Take advantage of that hole between Lopez and Gonzalez. Punches it through for a base knock, and now Underwood comes to the plate with the bases loaded. Big spot here for the Stompers in the early going here in the top of the third. Misses for ball one. Daniel sets. Punched up, right side out of play. End time called as that ball comes back in. Daniel will want that one. (2023) ISC Canada East qualifying tournament for the World Tournament in Denmark, Wisconsin. Caught an edge and that one skipped to the dirt and to the plate. Chapman. Off speed. Great pitch there from Daniel. Swing and a miss by Blake Underwood. Two count here. Swing and a miss. Comes up empty, does Blake Underwood. 2 strikeouts today for Blake. 1 down in the inning, and now Reese Evans will come to the plate. Bases loaded here. 3-1 they lead, the Stompers do. Daniel looking into Bruno Matroni. Now works. Little foul ball. As Daniel now, good drop again there for Chapman. Swing and a miss by the Stompers. Reese Evans struck out looking back in the second inning. Swing and a miss. Down goes Evans. 2 here in the inning, and now Juan Cruzara will come to the plate. Wants to recycle through the signs. Chapman does, as works. Off speed. Boland. Flip to second to Gonzalez in time. Will end the inning. End the threat. 2 runs across here for the Niagara Stompers. It's the top of the order doing the damage one more time. And a 3-1 lead as we go to the bottom half of the third from Mitchell. So back to work here. Nice cool evening, 17 degrees here in Mitchell. Wow, 70% chance of rain, says weatherman Luciano. Who would have thought? Thought it was supposed to be sunny all weekend. That's all right. Not a cloud in sight here in Mitchell. Perfect ball playing weather, that's for sure. So bottom half of the third, and the number 9 hitter here for Hill United, Scott Patterson, will come to the plate. Patterson followed by Ezekiel and Boland here for Hill United. Takes for a strike, that up, out. Hill United has been on that path, have been stung by that little strike to the outside edge a couple times, and that one pumped across for strike 2. Patterson a little choked up on the bat. And that one tailing away for ball 1. Scott had a tremendous World Cup down in New Zealand for Australia. Back to the mound, Gonzalez with it and on to first, neatly played. So Bradley Ezekiel now comes to the plate. So you see Trevor Topping follow Zara out after that in the conversation, and he indicates 1. That is 1 visit to the mound. You're allowed 1 conference per defensive inning. And that one gets across for a strike. If you return to the mound, a ball is assessed to the batter. I mean, they will do everything they can to hold you back at the mound, or back at the plate. We'll have to talk to Blair about that when he comes back in. That a new rule coming in for the ISC World Tournament as it comes across, and Bradley just drops the bat, realizing that was maybe his chance. 0-2. Top of the order now, Ezekiel and Boland here for Hill United. That pitch misses for a ball. Martin Gonzalez here for the Stompers. Skips that one into the dirt for a ball. Neat and tidy first inning. Little hiccup in the second with Matroni line drive by Gonzalez and an RBI double by McGovern. And a RBI double by Pacare did the damage. Well, that first RBI I gave was premature. 3-1 here. Stompers lead as that ball gets fouled off. Gonzalez now comes set. Called strike 3, down on strikes. Bradley caught looking. We'll bring Shane Boland to the plate. Shane struck out back in the first inning. Recycle the signs and Boland will step out. Real no hurry or pace here with Gonzalez on the mound. That one misses for a ball. Boland just staunchly stands there and fouls that straight on back, coming right into your kitchen at home. Boland trying to extend this inning to the three-hitter Nick Shales in the on-deck circle. And that one skipped into the dirt, got a piece of the plate umpire Trevor Topping. Count 2 balls, 1 strike as Boland trying to start things and draw another run here for Hill United, down 3-1. Misses outside. Did you get your math equations figured out?
Yes, it looks like that Wilmot Thunder will finish first in the junior, the U20 division.
And called a strike.
They will play Napanee. It's a rematch, actually, of what's going on right now.
Oh, okay.
Although I'm told Napanee's leading that game, but just based on the tiebreakers, Wilmot should still finish first. Napanee will finish 4th. Simcoe Rostock will be in the 3 spot, and Tavistock Athletics 2. So that'll be the matchup tomorrow, 1-4, 2-3.
And misses inside, so Shane thought he had a walk, was hauled back in, then draws the walk for the base runner with 2 down, and now Nick Shales comes to the plate.
Oswegan Redmond will play on Sunday. They look like they were 10-5 winners. I was just over there. They had 1 out to get. 10-5 winners over the Kingston Axemen. So Oswegan moving on. They will take on one of the losers of games from this evening.
Opener for a call to strike. So I was saying, Blair, while you were gone, Juan went out to the mound and was assessed the 1 defensive conference. As Shales came to the plate, Juan and Martin had a discussion, and you could just hear Shales, saying, "Oh, are you sure that's not a charged conference?" So the players getting on to it.
Well, we had a ball called earlier on somebody already. Happened in the Bear Creek game too. So it is taking effect, and it's having the desired effect. We had way fewer even attempts to walk out to the board, and that's what it was all about.
And I guess if they really want it, they just get the ball assessed to the batter as that gets fouled off.
Well, if you're that desperate and you're okay getting a ball, sure, but
it's not that the umpires are stopping them from going out. It's they're being discouraged from going out, but the penalty would be a ball on the batter if they did go out.
Yeah, we do need the
second.
active participation of the umpires
sure.
to make this fully work, without a doubt. Looks like that game out the back is over Kyle, Napanee, and Wilmot. That's the U20 division.
Swing and a miss. Nick Shales down on strike. Down go Hill United here in the 3rd. It's a 3-1 lead as we go to the top half of the 4th inning.
inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
So as we step back in for the top half of the fourth, Blair Setford relays as he was on a little bit of a crusade through the ballpark that Adam Folkert has been loosening up over behind the bench. The early goings of some ISC teams' schedules. A lot of the top-ranked teams just getting their season started here this weekend. They'll head to Simcoe next weekend for the Chiefs Challenge. Softball Premier TV will be on hand to bring the action. And a swing and a miss. Good rise there from Daniel. Blair Setford, Joe Todd and company will be on hand there to bring words to the video. High bouncer, Shales plays it up on the first in time. Nice play there by the all-world Nick Shales. Got it on the hop, settled his feet, and fired a strike on to first. Sends us to the top of the order, and Teo Migliavaca now for the Niagara Stompers. They've been the ones doing the damage here tonight for Niagara. Third time through the order now for the Stompers.
So would you walk the next three guys and take your chances with Wemel?
He had a RBI single his last time.
He did, yeah. He had
up.
that little flare, didn't he? Walked out and placed it there.
That one straight on back to the post, just below.
Almost hit the mascot.
Mascot or Peyton behind home plate dancing around.
Got the camera there, too. Yes, that camera got a bullseye on it.
Daniel, good drop there. Lots of depth. Swing and a miss by Migliavaca.
And he went hard after that pitch, too.
Daniel sets. Outside corner, misses well out. And Adam Folkert has now gone down to the dirt in left field to continue his warm-ups. I would say that means a little bit more depth and a called strike.
Well, I think it's probably a little bit lighter over there, too. It's getting just a little bit dusk, and if I'm Josh McGovern, I'd rather be on the inside of the fence than not.
Full count, 3-2. As Chapman with it. Rise ball misses for ball 4.
Well, the last thing you want to have is Teo Migliavaca on base when Blaine Milheim comes up. Oh.
Well, we had it last inning, and Milheim promptly delivered a RBI triple. It just tailed away from Pecker down in right field.
Well, just both of these guys create so much havoc with their speed on the base pass.
That one misses for a ball.
Just the confidence Blaine Milheim's got to have coming into this season after last year. Everything just is going to look so big for him right now coming in.
Swing. Nice piece there and a squeeze by Matroni.
Yeah, that way big Blaine up, he'll go down whiffing or something.
There goes Migliavaca. Throw. Got him at second. Bullseye throw by Bruno Matroni.
Well, he didn't even come out of the crouch. That just exploded out of his hand on a line. It was never more than 18 inches above the ground.
There you saw a great pitch and a great look
at this
from
throw.
center field. Chapman just got out of the way.
Wow. What a great camera work, too.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Milheim. So caught stealing and a strikeout. It's an up and down inning after Migliavaca, the one-out single, and a 3-1 lead as we go to the bottom half of the fourth here in Mitchell. Martin Gonzalez back out on the mound here for the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Bruno Matroni, Tony Gonzalez, and Josh McGovern who will come to the plate. Part of the order that did the damage for Hill United back in the fourth inning. And that one gets fouled off to the screen. Kyle Smith, Blair Setford here with you on the ISC Network and Softball Premier TV. Luciano Lafrano and company here. The worldly traveler, Luciano Lafrano. He's headed down to Simcoe next weekend for the Chiefs Challenge. That ball goes up the elevator shaft on the infield, and Schiller is under it with the grab. One down, and now Tony Gonzalez will come to the plate. And that ball misses. Tony lined out to Teo Migliavaca in center, tailing over towards right center. Migliavaca made a little bit of a leaping grab to haul it in. Swing and a miss. Martin comes set. Got a piece of it, did Zara, and that one to the backstop. That one misses outside for ball three. 3-1. recycle through those signs again. We've seen that a couple times tonight, Blair, where just need to make sure they're on the same page. Is that one again for a strike? Catching Gonzalez back to the plate.
Well, Trevor's had that wide plate, but it's been there all night. He's been consistent with it. You got to adapt as a player to what the strike zone is.
Especially second time through, right? You've seen it once now. Make that adjustment. And a roller. Schiller on to first. Neat and tidy. Gonzalez down 6-3.
You won't get a bigger target at first base than Pitterona either.
No, and that one was down by his knees.
Yeah, and I got to. He's at least 6'6".
Has to be.
Got to be 6'6".
Has to be.
Yeah. Jace Holm used to play for Ostrander's, but the only other guy I can think of that would be in that stratosphere.
Mark Blanchard, the other guy, comes to mind. They used to play CPI.
Blanchard's 6'5", I think. Yeah.
And a strike.
Oh, Cheese. Of course. Yes. How do we forget Cheese? 6'7". Doesn't play first that often, though.
No. Easy to forget.
Yes. He's only an 11-time ISC All-World player.
That one misses. Trying to get underneath of it. Alan Pecker in the on-deck circle for Hill United. He'd love an attempt here for his crew. That one into the dirt.
McGovern's got the RBI for the Chiefs. Would love to set the table here for Pecker.
Two down. A pop up to short and a ground out to short here for the Chiefs. Called for a strike. Count 1-2. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes McGovern. Just came after him, and neat and tidy up and down here in the fourth to the fifth and the top half. It's Schiller, Mata, Rona due to the plate. So it'll be Cam Schiller who will lead things off here for the Niagara Stompers. A walk and an RBI base knock here for Cam. That one misses for the opener from Chapman. Adam Folkert continues to get loose down in left field.
It's like the WBSC. Adam threw complete games down the line several times.
Punched on the left side and just finds the base hit, does Cameron Schiller.
What is the top three in the order now? A couple of walks I see.
3 walks for Migliavaca.
Yeah.
A single, triple, and a strikeout. Now a double walk and now a single. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 for
5.
6 with 3 walks.
Well, yeah, 4 for 5 with 3
4
walks.
for 5 with 3 walks.
Not a bad night. Swing and a miss here for Mata. Had the little Texas Leaguer RBI his last time to the plate. The score could be much larger if the bottom of the order could muster a little offense for the Stompers.
Did Pitta have an RBI in there too? Thought he had a base hit. Yeah, he had a base hit in the 3rd. I think he had an RBI there too. No?
Blaine and Mata. That one got a piece of the umpire, and that one not in time at second. No, Pitta didn't get the RBI because Mata got it, and then Mata was at first.
Right.
Still made a close play there.
Yeah, it wasn't a pure steal. Bit of a late break by Schiller, but yeah, ricochet off of Trevor, and Bruno almost threw him out.
Chapman, hard drop, swing and a miss. A few guys getting loose for the Stompers. We can see Blair. I believe that's Ryan French down in right field. That
It is
misses
French
for a
in
ball.
right field, and it's Jordan Graham over here in the parking lot. There's about 4 other guys that could get loose for the Stompers too.
One's in the on-deck circle.
Well, Pitta throws, Dylan Cunningham throws.
Kyle Linton,
Well, Kyle's actually not on the active roster for this tournament.
swing and a miss.
But you're right. And then there's Marshall Cronk, who's not here.
Big Pittarona at the plate. He takes for strike at the knees. Swing and a miss. Trying to get through that. And Blake Underwood in the on-deck circle. One down and a runner at second. Trying to extend this 3-1 lead. Called strike 3. Rona knew it. 2 down now here for Hill United. as
Yeah,
they
whatever
look to get
Pitta
to
was
the hit.
looking for, that was not it.
He just nodded his head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Blake Underwood here would like to make a mark. Swing and a miss. Actually got a piece of it for strike 1. Underwood 2 strikeouts. Same as Reese Evans here this evening. Inside. Good block there by Bruno to get down to one knee and scoop that up to keep Schiller out at second base.
Yeah, 3-1, you're bloop and blast territory to tie it up. They let that run in, and now you got a lot more work to do.
called strike to the corner. Underwood takes that one. Chapman works. Rise ball up out of the zone. Runs it full at 3-2. Daniel. Hopper foul. Goes back to the landing pad and knocks down some of that dirt to smooth it out. Payoff pitch. 3-2 on its way. Swing and a miss. Big spot there for Daniel Chapman. Strikes out the side after the leadoff single. Remains 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the fifth here from Mitchell.
Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon. Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club, with our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public.
Ryan French comes on in relief here for the Niagara Stompers. He'll face the 7-8-9 hitters for Hill United. Alan Piquer, Pipolo Lopez, and Scott Patterson, who will come to the plate. And that pitch misses for ball one. Ryan, a wily veteran of the ISC circuit. And that one cuts across for call to strike. French works. Busts across, misses for a ball. He thought maybe he had a strike on Becker. Swing drive, off speed, misses up in the zone. Three-one count here, so Pecker going to be looking for something good to get a hold of. That was it. Goes after it and comes up empty. Strike 2. Pecker had a RBI single. Excuse me. Had a single back in the second inning. And punched foul. Lifted foul out of play. That looked like a pretty pearly green ball that went out to the mound. Off speed, busted in and caught him. Buckled him at the knees on the change, does Ryan French. 1 out in the inning. So Pipolo Lopez now comes to the plate. He grounded out back in the second. Big swing and a miss by Lopez. And that one to the edge for a called strike. Swing and a miss as Lopez goes down on strikes. 2 down in the inning. And Scott Patterson now comes to the plate. Patterson had a hard hit ball back to the mound in the second. That ball gets lifted out of play. What started out as a pretty full ballpark has just slowly tapered off as the games have come to a conclusion here tonight. As Ryan comes with it, that ball misses up and out. Ryan into the glove and comes with it. Misses for ball. 2-1. That ball gets fouled out, coming straight back and out of play. 2-2 count here to Patterson as he tries to roll this over to Bradley Ezekiel, who stands in the on-deck circle. Bottom of 5, 3-1 lead here for the Stompers. French with it. That ball go to the backstop. And we go full at 3-2. Full count here to Patterson. Payoff coming up. Right back to the mound. Ryan gobbles that up and takes it the hard way to first. But a pair of 1-3 putouts here to Scott Patterson, right on it back to middle. But a 3-1 lead sends us to the top half of the 6th at the ISC Canada East qualifier. Daniel Chapman back out on the mound here for the top of the 6th inning. It's 3-1 in favor of the visitors, the Niagara Stompers. Reese Evans, Juan Cruzara, and Brock Atwell who will come to the plate here. That ball misses in the dirt, and Chapman looked back to the mound for that landing pad spot. Misses for ball 2. It's been the top of the order here that's done the damage for the Stompers. Zara reached on the fielder's choice back in the 3rd, but it was a ground out to end the inning with the bases loaded at that point as it comes across for a strike. Reese, a pair of strikeouts here tonight. Blake Underwood already with 3 of his own. And in play, Boland on to first. Neat and tidy, 6-3. Juan Cruzara now will come to the plate. And across for strike. Daniel worked an efficient ball game here. Just really that 1st and 3rd inning where it got away. And just the 3 runs across thus far. Inside, misses, maybe got away with that one. Zara crept in and little body language. Daniel works. Nice drop ball inside, and over top goes Zara. Down on strikes, 2 down in the inning, and Brock Atwell now, the 9-hitter, will come to the plate. Never out of it are these Hill United Chiefs players, this team. So much power and knowledge and years of playing this game. Going back to the top of the order for the third time through. And that one in there for a call to strike. Looks like maybe Dylan Cunningham getting loose. Or Joran Graham, that actually is down there. As I see Dylan up here on the bench. Adam Folkert is standing down in left field. Swing and a miss there by Atwell. Continues to cool off here in Mitchell. And into the dirt. So the count 3-1, 1-2. That one to the backstop. Straight from Chapman's hand. Two count. Chapman works. Skipped into the dirt. 3-2. So battled his way back here to a full count. Swing and a miss. Chapman gets up after it. Atwell down on strikes, a pair in the inning. Up and down. Bottom of 6 we go. A 3-1 ball game. Stompers continue to lead here at the qualifier.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com. Live it on Softball Premier.
It's Bradley Ezekiel who will lead things off here for the United Chiefs. 1-2-3 in the batting order. Ezekiel, Bolin, and Shales due up. Bottom half of the 6th here as early becomes late in Mitchell. Takes for a ball. Bradley, hands held high. And then he drops into the attack position. And that one to the backstop for ball 2. What maybe seems like insurmountable at 3-1 ball game. Bradley with a look back towards Trevor. As I said earlier, this Chiefs team can strike quickly and often. And that one misses for a ball. So the count 3-1. And ball 4 to Ezekiel. So a leadoff walk here for Hill United brings the tying run to the plate in Shane Boland. Been to this position many a times in our lives, with Boland an opportunity to draw even. Takes the changeup for called a strike. Hopper, 6-4, turn it, not in time at first as it skipped in the dirt, but a nice play there by Rona to block it down. So one down, and now Nick Shales comes to the plate. Nick with 2 strikeouts tonight. Has been mired in tough goes at the plate. But he's a guy that can turn this game on its heels. Reaching for that swing and a miss. French on in relief here from Martin Gonzalez. His second inning of work. Fouls it off as he comes inside, and Nick just got a bat to it. Though he would have just liked to let that go by. So quick, 0-2. French with it. Lifted up, out of play. Opportunity knocking. He'll take in the dirt. Juan wanted to check the swing, but we'll keep it at the plate. That ball comes back in play. One, 2 count. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Shales, and a rare 0-for-3 night with 3 strikeouts here for Nick Shales, as Bruno Matroni now will come to the plate. See if they put Boland in motion here. Called a strike to that outside corner. Atwell takes it up on the first. Short way 4-3 ends the inning. Runner stranded at first, and it remains 3-1 Stompers as we go to the top half of the 7th here in Mitchell.
catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Back for the top half of the 7th inning, and Adam Folkert on the mound for the Hill United Chiefs here. Down 3-1. They try and hold here to give themselves that chance in the bottom of the inning. But as Blair, you are away, a rare 3 strikeouts for Nick Shales tonight, just battling it at the plate here so far.
Yeah, he hasn't looked really comfortable against either Martin Gonzalez or Ryan French, and thought he was a little behind even on French, which you don't often see in a Nick.
Up and in. A little bit more pace behind that pitch from Folkert as Teo Migliavaca comes up. Also the 4th time through the order here, so probably another reason why you see Adam on in relief. Got a piece of that, fouls it off.
Well, Kyle, as you said earlier, perfect game from Adam this morning. 5 innings against the Alvinston Aces. Not overly taxed, so not out of the question for him to come in for a second time today. May only be 1 inning. But also, he looks free and easy. He did not look that at all last year.
There's a little bend around pitch from Folkert, misses for a ball, but you're right. These first couple pitches I've seen, no tentativeness, you don't see any tape on his arm either. He's looks to be a healthy Adam Folkert, and that's a good sign. Right on the corner for called strike. Inside portion here on Migliavaca.
Teo's had some success over or off of Adam over the years.
Well outside for ball 2. Rather 3-2. Migliavaca, guy, Blair, that all of a sudden has been around the block for a number of years on the ISC circuit, getting into veteran status. Called strike 3 on that corner, and Migliavaca knew it as he tried to buy the walk, but just turned to the right. So 1 down in the inning. Now Blaine Milheim comes to the plate.
So these two saw each other very briefly in Auckland. Adam was on relief. I think Blaine hit the 2nd pitch out of the park. So we'll see how long Adam's memory is.
Swung on through it. First strike 1. Winner of this game will move to the winter bracket final and take on Bear Creek Express tomorrow morning. I believe, Blair, that's an 11 o'clock?
10:30.
10:30.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking at the bracket. The loser will play, I believe it's Waterdown Hammer. Yeah, Oswegan playing the Batman.
Okay.
Both those games will be at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
And trying to bunt right through it for called a strike.
Adam was breaking. I didn't see anybody in the corners really move.
I mean, Nick Shales probably...
He's behind the bag by 8 feet.
And called strike 3. Milheim looking for something else, and busted across. 2 backwards strikeouts here for Adam. Cam Schiller now at the plate. So game times tomorrow, 8:30, 10:30, 12:30, 2:30?
Yeah, 2:30 is scheduled time for the championship game. We'll have the semifinals for the U20 at 8:30 as well. Semifinals for the Legends games go at 10:30, and then those 2 championship games at 12:30, along with the loser bracket final on the ISC side.
Check swing foul. So another full day. So if you're in the area or you're within a drive of Mitchell, I'd encourage you to come on down. You have your pick of fastball action. And if you can't, join here on Softball Premier TV. Adam really putting his body into those pitches.
That
tonight,
curveball,
you
yeah,
see,
he's
right?
always
He really
thrown the
Englishes it.
curveball with the arm out away from the hip. You go back to about 2015 when he first started experimenting with that pitch.
Hard stuff, and Bruno got a glove to that. Two-two count here to Schiller. Adam trying to shut the door and give these Chiefs a chance in the bottom of the 7th. Called strike 3 looking. It's a trio of looking strikeouts here from Adam Folkard. 3-1 to the 7th. Gonzalez, McGovern, Pecker. Due to the plate from Mitchell. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. A new pitcher on here for the Niagara Stompers. Joran Graham on in relief from Ryan French. He opens his ledger with strike 1. It's Tony Gonzalez who will lead things off. Josh McGovern stands in the on-deck circle. And that misses for ball 1.
Jordan worked a couple of innings this morning.
That one misses for a ball.
Thought it was an interesting choice to put him in the game against the 2 teams that he played for previously, Kingston, and half those guys are Mixburg that Jordan plays for in his league. But he got through it.
Just your regular Tuesday night. Swing and a miss. Lift to that one, and Gonzalez underneath of it.
Well, and these are interesting innings for Jordan and for Ryan. This is basically an addition for who's going to get that 3 spot at the World Tournament. If you're new to IC Fast Pitch at the IC World Tournament, you can only use 3 pitchers over the course of the week. You know, Juemo Mata is going to get the ball. Martin Gonzalez is almost assuredly going to be the number 2. Who's the 3? Is it Jordan? Is it Ryan French? Is it, any of the number of the guys we rattled up? Could be Marshall Cronk, that's right.
Kyle Linton, who's not on the active roster this weekend, but...
Well, it can't be Linton because he's a prawn,
oh, he
as
is a prawn.
is
That's right.
Juemo Mata. You can only have 1 prawn or
That's right.
all-world pitcher.
That COVID year throws you for a loop on the prawn list.
Oh, Kyle was prawn last year.
Oh, right. Called a strike on the swing. Tony was 3/4 of the way there.
He was convinced that he didn't go, but I think he might have been the only one in the park.
I think he was trying to convince himself, too, that he didn't go. Right at the knees on McGovern. Chance here, you're just down by 2. Hard hit ball. Well, backhand on a knee and makes the play. That one, a nifty play, Blair.
Well, those are the things that Brock Atwell's got to do to stay in the lineup, is just to play rock-solid defense like that, contribute some hits here and there, and he'll be a mainstay.
He's made some great defensive plays down in Argentina at the U23 tournament. Trying to bunt his way on is Packer. He comes up empty.
Yeah, it was interesting they had him at first base. He's normally a middle infielder, plays short, plays second, but they gave him a big glove and said, go play first.
Time called. Joran wants to take a minute.
Oh, we're looking at the drone that Luciano is buzzing. Got to get it higher, man. Way higher. Way higher.
Buzz the tower.
Yeah. It's okay if it's up there, but it's got to be way up there.
Joran comes back, punched out left field. On the run, makes the grab, going to the line. And an up and down inning from Joran Graham retires the side, and a 3-1 win here for the Niagara Stompers as they punch their ticket to the winter bracket final tomorrow morning against Bear Creek Express. A neat and tidy ball game, top of the order again, Blair. Does the damage. And between Gonzalez, French, and Graham, they pitch a efficient outing and come up with the win.
Well, that leaves Juemo Mata nice and fresh for tomorrow. Only 2 innings today, and that's going to be a good one tomorrow. Almost a rematch of last year's final.
What sets up as a really good day tomorrow here from Mitchell at the qualifier, just what the organizers had hoped for. It's playing out in kind. As we say goodnight from Mitchell, for Luciano Lafrano, Joe Todd, Blair Setford, I'm Kyle Smith.
Carol Durest, thank you everybody for joining us. Our pleasure. Thank you, Kyle, for stepping in, helping out tonight, and we'll be back with you tomorrow.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com